I'm gonna put the Lego down and pick up this book. Yeah.
Cookbook.
Yeah, the cookbook. In this book, one thing I found out about you. Family recipe. Cajun chicken pasta.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
My aunt makes that and I love it.
Okay, so do you make it as well?
I don't cook. I just cook on the court.
I respect that. I respect that. That's what I'm talking about.
They cook. Hey, they cook in the kitchen. I'm gonna cook on the court. That's my job.
I'm here with Justice Carlton, playing a little factor cap. If it's cap, tip your hat. If not, you say it's facts. Factor cap, nobody snores on the team. Who is that?
I won't expose anybody.
Lavisa is the one, the culprit.
This is Cap, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is Cap.
Yeah, Jeff, it was one of those typical rivalry games, right? A lot of trash talk before the game on social media, and then a lot of trash talk on the field tonight. At one point, quarterback for the Wolves, Jackson Shad, just pointed at the scoreboard, because that's how out of hand it got. Now, I figured I'm not the only one who believes UT deserves the top spot, so I asked Kelvin Banks his thoughts.
That's not up to us. I can't control that. All we can do is really just play hard.
Boy, I know your mama told you not to lie to people. You ever been in a relationship that just ended horribly? So much so that you told yourself, if you ever see that person again, they're gonna be sick that they lost you. So, you go to the gym, do a couple extra curls, couple extra squats if you're the ladies, of course. Maybe start reading or change your hair so you can be ready for the moment y'all run into each other again. Well, today, this guy ran into his ex, the Texas Longhorns. Chris Beard and UT broke up 3 years ago, and this was his first time back in the city. Today, we found out which ex won the reunion.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm sure a lot of people are interested in that. They get to see how y'all's relationship is on social media. I was going to introduce you as Madison Skinner's boyfriend, but I want to be a little respectful. And so, but just talk to me. How did that all come about? Like, how did that all start?
Man, it's, I first met her when she first transferred, and before I even spoke to her, I actually called my mom. I was like, yep, I see the woman of my dreams.
Texas football grabbed a much-needed win over Arkansas Saturday night. The offense put up 52, which is the most points UT has scored in SEC play. But I want to talk about the defense, specifically this young man right here. True freshman Cade Phillips got the start at corner on Saturday, making him the second true freshman to start in this secondary. Despite not having a ton of experience, Coach Sark believes in him, and multiple plays against Arkansas solidified that confidence. Here's one, for example. I want y'all to watch Cade, who's up here, and as this play develops, Arkansas is going to go to Cade's side of the field. And as you see, they do a little screen pass, pause it. Number 76 is responsible to block Cade. Now, mind you, this dude, 6'7", 300 pounds, while Cade is just $190. But Cade's going to use his speed to get past the block, make the tackle, and a little fish bump, celebrate with the bros. Plays like that is why Coach Sarkisian has him on the field, and it's probably why you'll see a lot more of Cade in this secondary. Now, before the break, I mentioned how cars were sexy to me, right? For example, the OG, Aston Martin. I mean, this mug's so sexy, Rick Ross made a song about it. Then, look at the color of this Corvette Stingray. And then all these people, guess what? They're all looking at it like, yeah, that's sexy too, right? Of course. Okay, so what's next? What's next? Wow. I don't know how this got here. Hey, but it fits the trend, right? Unlike Texas football's play in the second half, that hasn't been so sexy. But do you know what is? Winning. And that's all Coach Sark cares about. We're here at La La Land to, one, try out some matcha or some coffee, and then also sit down and just to get to know Cory a little bit better. So, Cory, you're the expert here. Can you get it going?
Yeah, let's go.
Your go-to order, do you have a go-to order?
Yes. Okay, I always get the upside down matcha latte.
Now, mind you, you're talking to a guy who's never had matcha.
Okay, well, this is the place to try it. This is the place to try it.
Okay.
I love it.
So what about that one that you like so much?
It's sweet, but I don't like stuff that's too sweet, so it's like perfect amount. And I don't know, it just hits the spot every time.
All right, I'm gonna trust you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We trust you on the court. I'm gonna trust you with the matcha.
No, it's a good choice.
Yes. Okay, see, she said it's a good choice.
Yes.
You're my line up a little bit like this.
Okay.
Just to like mix it up. Then I put the straw in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a cute little top.
It is. And the straw's a heart.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's crazy. Now, I know it's a lot of great things to talk about in your first year, but there's highs and lows, there's peaks and valleys. And so what is something you kind of had to go through in your first year in college that you probably didn't expect?
I think just like really being consistent, and not that I would say I wasn't consistent before, but every single game you have expectations for what you need to do to help the team win.
Yeah.
So I'd say more like accountability is just holding yourself to that standard for every single game, because we are representing Texas, and that's what Texas stands for.
You mentioned accountability, right? With accountability comes someone else to keep you accountable. So is there someone on the team that maybe helps you do that?
Okay, our coaches, we have swear words, and one of them is accountability, and I just said that. We use empowerment. Okay. We're empowering each other.
I like a little switch up.
Yeah, it's a switch, which actually came from our associate head coach, Ben, but he's someone that I really lean on, especially because I changed positions through this year.
Gotcha.
And so he's someone that really keeps me like empowered. But I would say on the court, literally, I could honestly say any of my teammates, because when I see them working so hard, it makes you work hard too, and so it just raises the level of the gyms.
Now, I don't want you to just keep yapping, still drink your matcha.
Okay, no, I will.
Little bro.
Yeah.
Got an offer from UT. How's your recruiting skills? I gotta know.
Okay, my recruiting skills are really, really good.
Okay.
I've been working on it, but
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I should be saying this on camera. I don't know. I want him to go to UT, and I think it would be so fun, but I want him to go like where he wants to go and like where he feels like would be the best experience for him.
Pops, I heard you be getting on him about his attire. You don't like his fits?
No, that is not true at all. Okay. He does a really good job with his fits. Like,
Okay.
I like a lot of them. And I wouldn't even say it's usually me that's getting on him. It's more like my mom. Like, she'll like input her advice. But he does a pretty good job of himself. Like, he had a burnt orange suit when we were at the SEC tournament. I don't know if you saw that, but he was super excited to show me. So honestly, I just give him like tips and like hype him up and like keep him updated with like the latest fashion trends and stuff like that.
Has there ever been a time where he was like, I'm not doing that, honey, I'm sorry, I can't do it?
I mean, I have pretty good advice, so usually it's like fire, so.
Not from me,
So
I know what I'm talking about.
Really...
24, 22, match point. What happened after that?
Honestly, volleyball happened, I think. Like, we were playing a really great team. Kentucky's an amazing team, and we knew that. And obviously we wanted to close during that, but I think that taught us a lot. And it left a sour taste in our mouth, obviously, because we really want to win, and I think we'll just use it as fuel going into the tournament now. So obviously we want to win that match, but I think it's preparing us for something bigger.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what was that locker room like afterwards?
Honestly, it was really productive. Like, obviously, at first it's really emotional. Like, we just lost the championship. Nobody wants to do that. But I think it kind of, after we let the emotions settle in, like, it kicked us into gear, and we're like, okay, well, we can't sit on this for too long because we have the NCAA tournament coming up, and we want to win the Natty. That's the one we want to get. And so we're just, like, fired up to play and to get to compete for that. We're one of the few teams that is lucky enough to compete postseason.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want to sulk on it for too long, and honestly, we just have a fire under our butts to keep going and to not let that happen again.
Oh, you're really big on Cory Spears. You're not the daughter of Marcus, you're not the daughter of Aisha, even though you are, but you want your name to have weight as well. So what do you hope the Cory Spears legacy at Texas becomes?
Honestly, I want to just be known as someone who's an elite competitor, willing to do anything to win and push my teammates, and like being a really great teammate, because one of the foundations of our program is people, and Jarrett always says that like good people love people, and so I want to be known for being the best teammate, a best competitor, and like obviously like if accolades and things come with that, that's amazing, but that's never my main goal. I want to win a national championship. I'm super competitive, so it's straight to the point. But I just want to be a winner.
I know you're competing to take my job one day too. All right, look, I'm scared. But sports broadcasting, what do you like about it? What intrigues you?
Going with my dad to work and like seeing how it was, like his day in the life and what he goes through. when I was younger, I was like, this is so fun. Like, honestly, it didn't even feel like work. And I think it was a year or two ago, I went to New York and I went to the ESPN studios with him, and just seeing that, I think that's what really like got me interested in it.
We're gonna do a little test.
Okay.
Can you send us a break right now?
Ready. Okay, I'm Cory Spears. You just watched me do an interview with KView. Thank you guys for watching, and see y'all later.
Pretty good.
Good? Okay.
Pretty good. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate your
you.
time.